The lack of potable water increases disease in developing countries that affects human development. So this is the title of my research paper. According to some research that I did, 1.1 million people in developing countries do not have access to clean water. And it's kind of crazy to think about because here in the United States, we have an abundant amount of clean water. We even use clean water to flush our toilets. Also, every year about 4 million people die from water-related diseases, and out of those deaths, 1.4 million of those deaths are actually children, which is very, very upsetting. How important is water? Water is actually pretty important because it is essential to all life on Earth. Water is what keeps our body functioning, and it is the most abundant compound in the body. Also, water is crucial for life, and the reason why water is so important in the body is because our bodies are made out of 60 to 70% water, and as you can see, there's an image here that shows us how much each part of our body is made out of water. According to research, we should have an intake of 1.9 liters a day, which is equal to 8 cups a day, which for us in the United States is easy. For developing countries, this is a little bit more tough just because they don't have access to clean water like we do. In these developing countries, there's not much access to safe drinking water just because all of the water that they do have is usually contaminated or it is unsanitary. 2.6 billion people lack basic sanitation, which is why there is a lot of waterborne diseases taking over these countries. There's also a lot of water shortages in these countries, which is why there is no drinking water. The picture to the left shows the different bacteria in the water that they actually have, and the picture to the right just states that there is 1 in 5 that don't have access to safe drinking water. So basically, the lack of access to clean water in developing countries is impacting human development in a variety of ways: physically, mentally, socially, etc. This is one of the most important slides just because it shows how human development is being affected by unsafe drinking water. So one of the major things is that people are getting diagnosed with diseases such as diarrhea, which may be caused by bacteria parasites found in water, as well as Helicobacter pylori, which is another infection, and other things such as malaria and all that stuff. Not only that, but not only is the lack of access to clean water affecting them physically, it's also affecting them mentally and socially, because according to research, those who suffer from malnutrition due to low water intakes have lower IQ levels and also have behavioral problems, and these people are also found to have higher levels of anxiety and cortisol levels. One of the major problems is the access to clean water. So according to research, women spend hours a day traveling to a place to collect water, and when they reach their destination, they collect this water, but they still have to travel all the way back home and disinfect this water because it's actually polluted water. They're not like us where we can just go to a corner store and pick up a water bottle. So access to clean water is a big issue in developing countries. As we know, most of the developing countries get their water from surface levels such as rivers, streams, and lakes, which is why most of the time they are contaminated. But there are a couple of solutions to the lack of potable water. The first one would be the ceramic water filters, which are shown to the left side of the screen. And the second one is the live straw, which is also a filter shown to the right side of the screen. This is a really awesome tool. Basically, you dip the straw into the open water and it will purify the water before it reaches your lips.